Bit went above and beyond and showed that Simple doesn't have to be the star of the show. And Alexi B is proving that the floor of this Na'Vi roster may not be as low as the haters hope.
Well, he gave that great interview just a few days ago where he was just like, I expected us to win with this roster like right out of the gate. He expected them to be at the top, and he said he had like a real come to Jesus moment back at Gamers 8 where it was kind of like, I have to realize now that like we have a process that we have to go through. We have to go through the steps, and that's kind of the journey that we're embarking upon right now.
Well, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. The quarterfinals are underway. It's Maja. Aggressive towards middle, encroaching the window position here, and he'll get a face full of lead to kick things off. That's Simple, the P250, to actually finish the deal. And for now, that's an opening 5-on-4. Na'Vi, huge advantage, still have 2 smokes. A couple of flashes, and now waiting for CT reactions here after finding that early pick.
Very bold play to push middle and take your eyes off the ball. To, you know, train your gaze towards that window instead of towards top middle. Gets absolutely trucked from the side. And it's patience from Na'Vi after the opening kill. This is a long time Eternal Fire have to find information and play with the man disadvantage.
So we have got Calyx pushed out of B main here. They have no ideas. So this is a bit of a linchpin on the CT defense. You can see otherwise Eternal Fire stacking the A bomb site. We've got Imma with the bomb and T-spawn, JL waiting outside B, and they're starting to push in towards middle as well. Smoke down towards camera. Maybe a B split is on the cards here. This
Calyx position gets really reduced if they wrap through Temple, right? If Alexi B goes on this little information gathering play, like he can still get these kills and still have impact in the round, but when they come around behind you, and actually he won't even get one. So throw everything out the window, don't even worry about it. That's basically the pistol round is done, boys.
Yeah, but with that mid-split, Alexi B's already got all of Temple under wraps. They know Eternal Fire nowhere to be found. So just like that. Well done, JL.
Yeah, not really much to be said about this retake. You might as well hold on to the Kevlar if you're Eternal Fire at this stage. 2 players in towards Temple. Wakadia, he's into CT spawn, but finding a couple of exits, containing the T's, trying to take a few down with you, that's about as good as it gets. But bear in mind, if you keep the Kevlar at 100, you essentially get a discounted helmet, right? So you might just be thinking about that going forward and having a force buy in the second.
Ooh, that's a nice shot, though. That's a good little warm-up shot. Not going to get you anything else other than that. Maybe he goes down at the end of the day. Prioritizing that armor, finds an engagement, but he should be fine.
Oh, okay, that's not too bad. Wakadia will pick up his second frag of the round. At least makes $600 for a Connor. With the FAMASs ready to go.
I'm sitting on it, ready to see. We are talking about a Xantares as the highest-rated player for Eternal Fire with 2 rounds of playoffs underneath their belt already. And he's boosted up, toppled over. Simple, instant headshot on the peak, confirming a second CT backsite. That's now 2 additional defenders on this bomb site, identified, whittled down, and soon to be swept away. That little bit of Temple position means nothing. Bit, we want to talk about rating and star-studded performances. Well, him back in the group stage, absolutely dismantling FaZe in that placement game they played. That best of 3, bro. Na'Vi absolutely racked up rating in that one.
Bit's a fun player to watch when he catches his stride, isn't he? Like, if you think back to, like, his rookie year, his breakout year where they won the Major 2021 in Stockholm, and just that entire year, like, just so sharp. It'd be so fun seeing him back at that level.
If it wasn't for ZywOo, that, you know, would be remembered as one of the best rookie years of all time.
Sure.
I mean, it is one of the, but it's not number one. Barring ZywOo, I put Bit second, because it's quite untouchable what he's accomplished.
I can. You could make that. Yeah, I can see that.
And remember the struggles too that it began with. Don't you remember the Bit who would have like 3 binders open of note?
Anubis there, map pick, 2-0 down, presumably going to be 3. Magic will have a flashbang to work with here, so a pounce towards canals maybe. Just going to be trying to find a couple of kills if possible. It's unlikely with just the default weaponry. It'll be Wakadia to go down first. Bit confirms that A main is now clear. Otherwise, we've got Eternal Fire. Still a 4-man stack, and just going to be swinging out towards B by the looks of things.
Yeah, nice little swing and see what you find. It's Imma way back, and he doesn't care to take that engagement. It's not needed. It's not necessary in any way, so Navi's going to take the A bomb site. Utility already being spent. Bomb going to be following it up, and a nice, easy 3rd round for Na'Vi to stroll into.
Perfection, really.
Yeah, then you go hang out on the boats.
Yeah, we've done that.
Yeah, we have done that.
We have done that. We've been out there.
So, can they do anything with this Eternal Fire? I don't think so, unfortunately. They're just going to hold up and...
I mean, you set up for, like, exit kills, right? The problem is Na'Vi has the entire escape route clear back towards A main, so there's no reason for them to push any kind of a stack in CT spawn.
There's no reason to leave towards CT. You can just go out of A main. You've got Alexi B here. He's got the MAC-10. He's on the hunt. He might as well see if he can find a bit of extra cash here. He doesn't necessarily want the MAC-10 going forward. He'll certainly use it in the bonus round if required. But here we go. There's that aforementioned cash. It's going to be $1,200 in the bag. Xantares and Woxic both waiting towards the temple. Woxic will have the orb going forward at least. They'll have somewhat of an advantage. It's going to be a full bonus round for Na'Vi. All 5 players survive again.
It took him a long time in his...
Obviously, like a turret, as we'll see whether he can actually have some impact here. First gun round underway. Bear in mind, bit of a bonus situation, but Na'Vi have got themselves an orb as well, so throwing away one of those MAC-10s.
No shotgun out of the gate is a good sign for things to come.
It's an early challenge into this bomb site as well. That's going to make the defense nervous, and it exposes Calyx to the op.
Trying to fall back, just denied. Then your Palat player gets smashed by Ima. Sure, you've got to double rotate over, but with that AWP empty-handed, with your Dark player flushed out like that, we didn't quite see how the T's came at Dark, why Calyx is falling back that way instead of being hugged against the wall, dodging Simple's angle. But alas, it's a second from Simple's AWP. So flawlessness, the name of the game thus far. This T side looking at a 4th with 5 standing.
Yeah, we've only seen 2 kills so far for Eternal Fire. It's not going too well. Not the quarterfinal we anticipated, but it's very early days.
Yeah.
Very early days. Plenty of Counter-Strike to be played, but yeah, they need to start finding a few frags here. Simple just absolutely mauls them here in round number 4, and Alexi B, he spotted the foot.
Yeah, unlucky
the retreating
for
player. That's going to be the awkward
unlucky
as
for
well.
Woxic.
Woxic is gone. Not another clean sweep, surely. It's going to be a kill. There it is. Wakadia will at least post a frag in this round. Alexi B goes down. He's going to try and hold on to the AWP now.
That ain't happening.
I don't think so. Flashbang's going to be spot on. He's in a lot of trouble now, surrounded, and it will be a pretty much flawless round. Try and steal the round away if possible. Xantares and Wakadia with the MP9s. Woxic with a scout and a couple of pistols to boot here. So not the most compelling setup, but we'll see if they can at least start making this interesting.
Jump spotting with one of the few smokes they hold on to. And Woxic's scout, of course, sits back A, but Na'Vi not rushing into anything out of the gate. Hell of a time for this Na'Vi roster with all of its promise, with the struggles we saw them form with, to show up after having that same absence that seemingly has cost as many teams as it has in the playoffs already. Na'Vi think, who would we play tomorrow? Oh, just Monty.
Just Monty.
Just a Waro simple rematch, huh?
Yeah. That one would be nice. Okay. That'd be spicy.
But we are 4 rounds in map 1. So.
Yeah, we don't need to really encroach upon that one just yet. But it is enticing.
I just want to dangle it.
You just want the tease.
Yeah. It's the best part. And JL will get ever closer to that B play as bomb shuffles elsewhere. No resistance out of Eternal Fire. How clammed up does this one look?
Yeah, they're hoping the game will come to them, but it's been very quiet so far. Hunting for information. Maja makes the call. They'll push out a B. At least they'll confirm it's clear. Middle, otherwise, is under full Na'Vi control. Alexi B setting up for an A split here, potentially. Well, Zeroyster, they've got so much control across the map, to be honest with you. Maja towards top of middle. Could come behind them and find a kill, but there's the first frag. It's Wakadia going down on the A side. That's towards main.
Oh.
And the bomb has been found. Maja awkwardly making this interesting, but unfortunately they're there to pounce, and now Calyx a chance to
15.
really make this one interesting.
I mean, that bomb's got to go. So Bit has to cover the flank. That one was very critical, and all is good. We've got that deep tempo control. No sweat, guys. 7 seconds, all you need.
Almost too slow, but I think they didn't expect to like not counter any resistance whatsoever. So Eternal Fire almost made that a little bit tricky, but Na'Vi get out of danger, and it's 5-0 now.
I was thinking that, unfortunately for Madger, he was going to come across that bridge, miss the timing as they split down and through camera, but I feel like catching the bomb in river is a gift. Being flushed off of the bridge into the open air and being caught by Bit holding the flank, well, unlucky he couldn't make more happen.
Good positioning from Bit, though. I mean, the team still spread across the map, so you had players in positions to really kind of recover the scenario. You never know if they're all bottled up towards A or towards B or something like that. That ball might have just stayed down there for seconds, so Na'Vi still spread, which makes it all good. And it's only Xantares to survive.
Wow. Will the game start here? That's the question. We know Eternal Fire, momentum.
Overall in some of these rounds that could have had impact.
Yeah, 3 players on 0 right now. Na'Vi absolutely destroying Eternal Fire in the early stages of their own map pick. We have got an interesting setup, though. Calyx is boosted in towards Temple, looking above the smoke right now with the Org. Don't see that too often. That's pretty cool. But will it lead to anything? That's the question. We're going to be focusing towards A main for now. Na'Vi actually transitioning 4 players over to get some control of main.
Na'Vi starting to condition a little bit onto Eternal Fire at this B bomb site as well. The early utility, they already bullied him once really early on in the round, so showing him that they're willing to do it again. And now JL, ooh, that would have been a great kill to have. Opening provided by Calyx, and the rest of Na'Vi towards A, where it's the sole defender, the rookie.
Yeah, he's hiding behind Cake. Wakadia looking for his chance to shine as players split around him. He has slipped out, but they didn't let their guard down. Ema's able to get that. And with that frag towards Dark, it opened the possibility of an EF water flank. They opt not to, right? They could be retaking A main with a split in with mid. Instead, it's going to be one towards storage with a heaven split, hoping Xantares peels a player off site. But they can play close.
If you don't get this, do you save?
This is desperate, Jason. This is one of those rounds where it might not be worth going for it. They need a couple of kills right here, right now. The bomb has only just gone down, to be fair. They're waiting for the smoke to dissipate, but they are losing kills. As we go to a 4 versus 3, I'm going to start winding down. Nothing is going to happen, unfortunately. We are going to peel off.
That's the one.
And it will be 6-0. So yeah, unfortunately, Wakadia only with the FAMAS there. They managed to get that opening pick in towards B. They're waiting for the execution to come through. Of course, it's an A pounce. 4 players go through. Nothing too fancy. They find a kill on Wakadia and smoke towards Connect. There was nothing they could really do. No vision. Trying to boost behind it. Na'Vi giving nothing away as usual. And it will be the flawless run that continues.
Wakadia didn't even get to fight. He was trying to work around that smoke. He just got spammed through it in action. He's not even involved in that. That's not necessarily a criticism at him, but these rounds have just been won so fast and so convincingly off a move that there's not really engagements for him to find.
With time, perhaps. You know? Come on, guys. This is the round.
This is the one.
This is the one. You never see it coming.
The flash is brutal. How is he still
lucky
alive?
to be alive, yeah.
I think Alex got flashed by his own team there.
I think JL thankfully got flashed by the same one. That's the only thing. That's the only reason why he's still alive.
Well, they'll take it. A bit of a reset there. Alexi B getting control of middle once again. Bear in mind is the Woxic AWP in towards camera. Defensive position. You won't see him as flashy as he used to be. Holds more passive positions, defensive lines, and for now just getting information and even allowing them to have middle in some ways.
No help for Wakadia either. Wakadia, in fact, is coming to help Woxic because they sense this mid play, but that 3-pack of players from Na'Vi getting closer on main, they may not even be needed. We're talking double headshots, down camera, and another round that's toast.
Oh, that's so disgusting from Eva.
Oh, what can you even say?
This round's over.
It's the most vanilla Counter-Strike ever, right? You just get to mid-control, peek the choke point, nail 2 headshots, bomb down, round over. Woxic didn't see it coming whatsoever. He misses the first shot, then he's an open target. Down he goes, A bomb site under a lot of scrutiny in the last few rounds here.
I think there's a couple small moves being thrown out by Eternal Fire here and there. We saw that boost back in Temple 2 rounds ago. That's like, that was their potentially interesting opening move. This time we get the Calyx out Dark. It's like there's a small attempt, but everybody else on the map feels muzzled while those little things are going on.
Oh,
we see the squeeze come through, and with aim like that, man, you have no chance.
Yeah, what are you supposed to do? You just got to shrug that one off.
Well, they seem to be
like the other 6.
Yeah, just like the other ones.
Oh, yeah, you're right. It is 7-0 now, isn't it? Like, it is spiraling out of control here. This is the big fixture of the day as well. Everyone thought Eternal Fire with the run they're having 2-0, 2-0, 2-0. Offensive setup. It's not going to be finding frags. And Na'Vi just set up in a flat default once again, aiming for mid-control.
All right, well, things seem to be a little chill. Mid is going to be attacked, so into Xantares, a way for him to get involved in some early action, see if he can have an influence before it slips away too far. Wakadia in the corner.
Here we go.
Good start. There's Calyx as well. JL goes down in Dark. All of a sudden, finally something promising.
Yeah, but watch the response. Lean on Bit and Simple to just go crack into the A play. That's what they had hoped for. Met by Woxic's op. That's 3 individuals from EF with a kill coming together collectively to put a round up.
This is more like it. Still some work to be done though. You got Simple and Imma to get by. They've got a minute on the clock and they're going to milk it. They're going to see what they can find here. They can make the round uncomfortable, expensive. Xantares defensive towards the Temple side of the connector. He's going to be detected by Imma, but thankfully he will still stay alive here. 5-on-2, 50 seconds.
There's no flashbang, no nades, no smoke for Na'Vi to make anything kind of happen in this 2v2. It's just going to have to be swings and fights. And the chance, if Imma, backstabbing. Oh, if he could have gotten Wakadia, that would have put Woxic under so much pressure. That might have been the way back in. And now it's got to be Simple, seeing how many he can pick off, how expensive he can make the round.
Oh. Ditches the AWP, but he's going to get dropped on. Xantares makes sure he doesn't get away. And indeed.
It's been problematic for them. Maja yet to really make a dent in his first half, but like I said, the AK-47's in the hands of one of the best mechanically skilled players in the game, Xantares.
The nice thing, too, is that with 4 players surviving, they have some money built up behind this, so they can sustain a loss and still fight back in the next round if that worst eventuality comes to pass.
Also, last time double op setup, we saw really, really quickly aggressive Na'Vi, and without that, maybe this time that double op settles into something a little more functional. But the smoke chase, while smoked off, they throw one deep and Bit just barrels through it. Woxic thinks he can get a response going over towards Canals, and instead he's the second casualty. It's Alexi on his own in mid.
Oh, he spotted 2.
That's great info, and just an even better opportunity now with this jail control deep from Ime. I mean, you've killed one off on A, you get a tap deep inside of the B site. Could this go any worse for Eternal Fire?
That's great awareness from Ema as well. Like, Simple picks off Woxic and Dark. Alexi spots the player in Temple, so he just takes an opportunity, says, maybe there's a one-on-one here, but if not, I'm slid into such a strong position. And now no guns likely to be saved. I don't know how Major adjusted for that.
That was quite impressive. Whether he can hold on to it is another question altogether, though, because he's incredibly low, so is Xantares. They will not be winning this round, and the hunt has been called. Alexi B on the prowl, hoping to take down these last 2 players. It would be very expensive for Eternal Fire. They can't save anything here. There will be a buy in reserve, but not much of one. So Maja in towards heaven, Xantares at the beach. And I think their days might be numbered. Alexi B encroaching on the position now, knows exactly where Maja is.
You just check your watch, Jason. Is this game not fast enough for you?
I was actually very curious if this game, how long this was taking so far, because it feels like it's been very quick. Because we started at about 10 after. It's been 14, 15 minutes since this all began.
Damn, Na'Vi halfway to a map 1 win. But still held on to. Come on. Ooh. Nice. That could be key in the end. We said there was enough money behind it to buy.
Fire's pick. And right now on the back foot, they've operated once again with the double orb setup here. Maja and Woxic. Maja this time towards B, Woxic A main. So they're constantly changing things up, seeing what works. And for now, it's Bits who will be challenging the AWP of Woxic once more.
Just trying to flash and make things uncomfortable. What are we doing back there on Fountain? They're going to boost behind it.
No, he's looking for it.
Oh! He was ready for that.
Yeah, he knew exactly what the potential was for that kind of a boost, and even had the aim in the right place. Just, I think he shifted his thoughts away from the boost just at the last possible moment.
Half his mind was elsewhere, and Woxic knew what he wanted. So Woxic's second op kill, but a slide from Ime out through main on the side of that smoke, and in an instant, Eternal Fire smoked.
Oh, damn.
That's such a cheeseball play.
They've still got double orbs.
And one connects.
That's a nice little buy of the op, though, because there's no way Na'Vi and Simple expected there to be op in play. After kind of the 2 rounds in a row, the run they had, I don't think there's any reason for them to have believed an op would be there for that kind of a peak. So takes a bit of a risk and obviously the wrong end of it, but it's okay. JL is going to help recover. Peeking up through Dark and now stepping forward, and Major's in a lot of trouble. He's got 1.
Second of the round, peeking towards Jail, nails the 3rd, but on the sidearm swap, Bit gets the better of him. We have Alexi checking flank.
Major's carrying right now. That's a problem. He's just got 3 more kills here, made this round possible for them. Xantares brings it down to the 2 versus 1.
So there would almost be nothing. It's like, what will work? You know, like you're almost still investigating what you can actually do to stay in this map, because you've been wiped out no matter what setup you're running, no matter what side of the map you're emphasizing. Na'Vi's got so many danger points now. They've done quick B a couple of times. Ema's been able to produce in B main. JL's been able to produce in Dark. Bit's been able to produce in A main. This is a nightmare for Eternal Fire.
Not one they'll wake up from yet. No vision on this from the plat. It's too close right. Dark side. Oh, he goes for the player in Dark, and Major's able to point blank hold him back. Simple's hoping that he gets that snippet of a shot given over, a glimpse of the CT peak, and Xantares wins a very critical duel to keep man advantage here for EF. How about a long play? JL posts up, took a ton of damage from that op of Woxic, and still Simple waited patiently. That opens the door for the Dark split to come through into the A play, and when you lose JL elsewhere, this is all Na'Vi really have left to work. So it falls on Alexi. In Simple's temporary absence, the smoke in front of him by his own doing. Shadow, and still Xantares isn't able to hold off on that one. Alexi wants space. He goes deep and walks it, comes in. Sound made. Easy pickup for the in-game leader, giving all that Simple needs to lock this in. The bomb plants for him. He's locked it towards Plat, and Wakadia's got a hell of a task at hand. Every corner needs to be cleared. The first one's his. And by peeling Simple off, he knows Alexi's already pushed. Bomb's planted for it, but a smoke is going to obscure that vision, and he has the wall to help. A tap-on bomb that Alexi just tries to spray off.
No kick, Connor. This could be a problem now, so the smoke will start to dissipate, but it's not an issue. Wakadia comes out on top in the 2 versus 1. Has he got time to defuse? It looks like it's absolutely fine.
Ooh, he's giving the fist bumps. It looks like it's going to be close, and he's got it.
Wow. Well, there it is.
We've come back into this round. Let's finish it off. And instead, that slight slip-up allows who other than the new kid on the block, Wakadia, to post up a beautiful clutch, and one that could end up being very key. We are talking about Anubis and T-sides, and we're talking about a CT economy that bounces back with a 5v4 in round 13. Calix's dark aggression for the opener.
And that had to be what the timeout was about from Blade, is just like, let's not let this slip away. Like, this has been a great half for us so far. And no matter how great the start is sitting at 9-1, if you let it slip, you let him get back and it falls into a 9-6 scoreline, all of a sudden, yeah, this can get much closer than you expected.
Well, this time Woxic is playing a little bit more aggressive, actually patrolling the hut towards middle. Does hit Alexi B completely blind there. They've got the 5-on-4. Alexi down to less than half health as well. So what's the final maneuver here from Na'Vi? Gonna be starting to coordinate themselves in towards a B bomb site, and they'll be right in doing so as well. 2 players here. In terms of the firepower, it's Calix who's got that M4, Wakadia, M4A4 as well. They've got bare bones utility, and they need to defend the main entrance and with the dark position together here. This will be a challenging hold.
They've given him the angle. Smoke's gonna trickle in. Do they peek? Yeah, Wakadia thinking about it. 2 players out from dark. Nade perfectly timed, but only really hits bit that heavily. Calix cleared, and Wakadia's getting spammed through smoke, so without even seeing him, just by getting up on jail, perfectly tethered with one another, the 2 and 2 come together.
They almost pre-fire the positions as well. They've got such a good read as to where Calix could be positioned there. This makes light work of him. It is a 4 versus 3 now. Do they fancy it? All 3 players are actually going towards dark right now. Maja actually on the bridge, so he could go for the backstab eventually, but Im is patrolling that position, and I think, yeah, just calling it off is the better call.
I mean, this is Na'Vi, yeah, they do a great job of like clearing the angles, and obviously it looks wonderful. They're given so much space and so much respect from Eternal Fire. Deep angles on dark, letting them actually get out and probe into the bomb site. Nobody peeking towards B main. It was smoked off a little bit, but no one have information of the timing of when they're actually attacking the bomb site. Na'Vi, that's so they've just been getting so hit and so battered. I think they've kind of lost confidence in sort of the game plan coming into the map.
Yeah, we're not seeing any of those gimmick plays. We're not seeing any special grenades come through. It's a very default game from Eternal Fire right now, holding on for dear life.
We haven't seen a round of outer B aggression until now. This is the first peek Woxic has taken beyond this arch. And he misses his chance at making it work.
He's only on 2 kills right now as well, not feeling too confident with the performance in this first half. It's going to be a nice flashing towards A main though. Maja, he's been doing very well here. A double kill once again for the in-game leader. That is beautiful. Making the Famous work there. Calls with the flashbang from Wakadia. And he does throw over the rifle. So they've got themselves a 5 versus 3. This wasn't a force buy. Bear in mind, they just took a bit of a partial here, considering they wanted to save money for the final round if possible. So operating with Deagle for masses. And let's see if they can convert this round. It's Maja looking for his third, and Imma. He's going to take that same peek again. He hit a double kill here on the same angle. Does he want to try and replicate it?
Simple, once outside of A main, has moved bomb back around towards bridge. So even with Imma taking his glance in, this river flank from Calix unspotted by Simple, simply missed by a couple seconds.
Yeah, but no one's even considering this in the A-bomb site. Major now is.
Yeah, Heaven players taking a glance, but won't be able to hold them off. So now they're in the open ground, and they take down Wakadia. Major in with every frag so far of this one to the favor of EF, but it's going to be a cleared bomb site. It's the fast flank that Simple missed because of Calix's timing, but Imma gets into Heaven. Now Simple's still in the open ground, but he's crossed over to the left, so Calix still has yet to get this angle. He didn't spot him. Now, finally, shoots him in the back of the head to seal the deal, it seems. Ime comes back, kills the rotator. Oh, if he gets the one on camera, he knows where Calix is. Instead, it is Eternal Fire with a 4th.
So there's 2 rounds now where Magic's had to get 3 kills just to post a round on the board. And that is not just, wouldn't be the end of the world. It's a T-sided map, right?
With the way this started as well, like getting 5, that ain't bad at all. It was 9-1 at some point, so this isn't the worst thing in the world. Navi trying to grab this last one, really seal a very impressive, very dominant first half. Calix is burnt down to 22 HP.
Xantera's about to re-peek mid as the walk-up comes. Oh, no, patient. And it pays off. Kind of bolsters that second CT to come help.
Ugh.
You don't like that?
That's not a great smoke.
No, not his best work.
I think he even
He'll be the
realized
first to admit that, to be honest with you. But he's still got the opening frag. He hasn't given anything away. They haven't pushed up. They haven't encroached on the position. So it's no harm, no foul. Simple will throw the double doors Molotov here. Wakadia holds a position. They've still got the man advantage. They've done quite well to salvage this half to some degree here. Need to find this all-important 5th round if possible, though. Flashbang deployed towards middle. Wakadia going to be tested once again. 2 players spamming him through the doors. He's got 1 HP. Lexi will take him down.
And he plays that spot. Remember when they tried to push window one time and he gets his kill as smoke fades. Wakadia loves to just sit back.
Oh, Ima's just thirsting for his 1v1 at this bomb site. He's ready for it. And remember, it's Calix with 22 HP from the Molotov early on.
Woxic's going to run back over. Bit gets a surplus of util. Major's AWP floating top middle, but here it is. 3 men through dark, 1 on long waiting. Calix has got to do something with that limited bit of health. His rotator is Woxic on the plat, who has a gap to work with. Calix gets his missed shot, could be critical. We're down to the 10 seconds, but Bit gives up that vision, and Woxic is collecting his kills. Simple in the clutches denied. Multiple 3Ks from Major, and 1 as well from Woxic to end this half that could have been way less. 5 at this point, they'll take it.
Ability, smoke, and flash!
A smoke and a flash, Jason. You love to see it. 4 sets of Kevlar otherwise, and Simple. Ready and waiting towards B main, looking to strike with the first headshot. You know he's going to deliver. There's the first, but now under a lot of scrutiny here. Pinned in the jail position, needs a bit of backup from Imma, who will deliver here, but surely they're going to bounce back and find multiple kills here. 4 versus 2, but Eternal Fire can find no entry into towards the bomb site.
Brighter than ever, they said.
Yeah.
Hotter than ever seen. Woxic about to tap into that geothermal valve and go huge. 1 is easy. Okay, he's locked into the jail. The second one, though, that's going to be the most beautiful shot of this clutch. Just wait. I promise.
Give it a moment.
And it's not going to be on the Temple player like you think, because that smoke's going to come through, obscure it. He'll clear close pillar, and then go nuts.
And then go nuts. Well, let's see. Can Scrawny see the future? Woxic is waiting for a peek. He's waiting for a flank. He's not getting either one. So he does have control of the bomb. Plenty of time on the clock, and now readdresses. So it will indeed not be that Temple fight. It's going to be the one towards middle. And Bit is just going to run away. He knows this shot. This next bullet is the one.
Yep. So you have to fear it. Because kill 2 in this 1v4 is never going to happen. JL closes, Navi with 11.
It's got to be so frustrating, too, because, like, someone in the pistol round when there's no utility to block off B main, having someone, like, trapped at jail has got to be, like, thank God, like, he can't go anywhere. Like, we have him trapped. Like, this should be an easy kill for us to find, and unfortunately, it's also simple. So he's just going to take 2 down with him.
As he does.
Well, might as well use it as an opportunity to bleed out some utility, I suppose, use it as timeout of sorts. Work out your maneuver for the follow-up round, which will be much more important. The AKs will be out in full force. For now, though, a couple of PT-50s. That's about it. As they group up, like I said, if they get the bomb planted, that's a victory in its own right. And we'll see if they're able to deliver on that promise. They're going to head towards B. Not even a flashbang to help them in. Just going to have to use brute force. The old-fashioned way here.
Going to get chewed up by this MP9.
Money in the back pocket. Famas as well down towards dark, so a little bit of extra distance to keep Emek. Well, I was going to say clear. It's going to take that JL rotate to finish it off, but they didn't get their plant. Henry still 2 kills.
Not bad.
I suppose that's something.
In the mix as well, and they are known for their grenade play here, especially Xantara has been fantastic with the utility.
Eme's not going to have any vision. T-side smoke early on the canal. Little gap to the right of it as well, right? They dare him to peek again, but instead he'll tuck back.
delay tactics. And over towards A main. Setting up an execute. One player lurking deep towards top mid, looking for a B push.
Jail has 2 Molotovs, though. He's right now that camera player, so we'll see where he ends up throwing those, whether Bit calls for one in front of him hit. And Frag goes beyond the smoke.
Yeah, but that's a T-smoke that's dropped here, so potentially boosting over it, but Bit has got to be like, thank you for the smoke that doesn't let you come through. Yeah. I still have one of my own.
And an incendiary, and a teammate standing in the open to hold. So Xantera's had to get up to something in mid, and now if you think you're going to scramble back, well, Ime has already played this to near perfection. Near perfection, because he wasn't ready for that. And with a quick, swift clear out of Wakadia, you know he will take that momentum and run and seek out the next challenge inside of the site that, sure enough, has been left empty. Headshots, one after another. What a bounce back for Eternal Fire, and dare I say it, at a mandatory point in this game.
Yeah, I think Ima's thinking like multi-kill, right? He's like let the first player pass. If he's not checking it, let him pass. Let me get 2. And Wakadia with a hard clear. And then it just gets beautiful. Open space taps, open space headshots.
Yeah, that's the best sequence we've seen from Eternal Fire so far. More of that, please, if possible. 3 players will survive. It's 3 kills for Wakadia as well. Beautiful AK-47 work. And for now, just Bits with the AK himself. And the money's going to be in a bit of a problematic stage for Na'Vi. $1,400 going forward per player. And bear in mind, they lost a couple in the second round full eco as well. So money will be tight. Big could drop.
Towards the end of that first half, I'm feeling like Na'Vi let Eternal Fire come back into the game a little bit, right? Like gave him a little bit of breathing room.
Look what's arrived, Jason.
Better hold your breath.
My man, he's back.
The XM1014.
I told you he doesn't care whatsoever.
Okay then, so it's the auto shotgun. If you're not familiar, it was simple in the group stages here at EPL that made this almost meta. Most teams would start picking up the shotgun. It seemed like every single map, he seems to make it work. You try and call him out on it, but he makes you eat your words each and every time.
I asked Elige about this because Elige is like my consultant whenever I want to ask about like gun stats and how good guns actually are, and he's on board with the XM as well. That's a nice triple nade though to bring him back down to 17 HP. Not going to stop him. Oh, what a dick.
That's where it betrays you. 80 damage on the first burst. That crosshair didn't move. So tell me where the pellets went. No damage on the second shot, and he gets away with 17 health.
It was a little bit of a scramble there from Simple. Triple nade, as Jason mentioned, is trying to take one down with him if possible. There was a good opportunity, but the shotgun betrayed him.
I do believe, like, as good as the auto shotty is, you are really putting your fate in Gaben's hands.
Yeah,
all right? The weapon decides.
I feel like that with every shotgun. Like the Max 7 is kind of like one round it'll give you that 1 pump kill. The second round you do it, it does like 20 damage, and you're just like, wait, that was the same thing.
So this is a round in the bag. They've made their way in towards A. The bomb we planted, there's no CT resistance whatsoever. They can pretty much guarantee the bomb side's open.
All you animals at home who try to hold bridge with an auto shotty on CT side, just remember, that's what happens.
Sure.
Okay, you don't think of the simple 3K Nova highlight. Think of that one next time you're on the brink of buying it.
Didn't you do this in our 10-man? You did an auto shotty in
that is neither here nor there.
Okay, just making sure we're all on the same page. Look, he's going to have money for an auto shotgun again.
Yeah, and
and it's been saved. It's been picked up. Yeah, never mind. Take it all back. Who needs the money?
Yeah.
Yo, Ime, drop that. Yeah.
Simple as like, Ime, go get my shotgun, dude.
Yeah, drop that M4.
Like, don't you dare save anything else.
Well, it will be a nice save for Na'Vi. All things considered, 4 players survived. They upgrade one of the pistols to an AK-47 as well, so they'll have 3 rounds.
Na'Vi, so full investment for the CT side. Eternal Fire. This is the door cracked open a little bit, right?
Yes.
They're trying to force it open a little bit wider with the round win here.
There's indeed a door.
Yeah,
we've confirmed
the door exists.
Yes. With a 5-round difference and some shenanigans. I was worried that nobody was home for Eternal Fire in this series. We saw towards the tail end of their defense, the lights were on.
All I'll say is, remember Vertigo against Big? What was the first half score there?
I can't remember.
11-4 in favor of Big.
Ooh.
Guess who won the map in regulation?
Tell me.
Eternal Fire, 16-14. They can recover these sort of situations, Connor. You just got to have a bit of faith. Slowly but surely, they're coming online here. Na'Vi still have a lot of work to do. Right now operating with an SMG, a shotgun, and a bit of desperation here. It's Eternal Fire. Flat default, actually working towards B main. And Wakadia looks red hot here. slow start to the series, but he's arrived, dropped the first smoke, and now Alexi B needs to find multiple kills, and he suddenly delivers on that promise. 2 for the SMG. Immer patrolling from the dark room here, looking to confirm the round. If the bomb goes down, he might have done enough here, and just Maja. Nothing to do, and it will be Na'Vi posting a very important round.
I don't know, this is the man who carried Eternal Fire through some tough stretches in the first half. Maybe he's got one more in him, one more triple kill to really propel this to this T side a little bit further along, because this is a desperate buy for Na'Vi. Even if he doesn't win, even if he gets 1 kill, even if he gets 2 kills, you keep that money low, and you put him in a position, you put your team in a position where you can still actually turn the corner, and that ain't happening.
Look at that ragtag gang of corpses, man. Destroy.
So no more shotgun nonsense here. We're going back to a regular round, and Eternal Fire actually a little bit weaker than I anticipated after winning a couple in a row. It's Wicardia down to the Tech 9, the guy who's hitting all the one-taps. He doesn't get the AK-47? You got to be kidding me.
Give the other boys time to warm up into the game.
Yeah, so Calyx, who's been very quiet by his standards, he'll be working on towards a canal here. Molotov down towards double doors, courtesy of Zantares.
He was the difference maker in that big game on Vertigo that you just referenced, right? With all of his flanks, all of his dynamic plays, and we've seen none of that here on Anubis.
Lots of jockeying for control in top mid. Just Zantares holding back. That second day player preoccupied, but JL, okay, few clean headshots in these last 2 rounds. Even when he rotated into B in the round prior and gets that kill through smoke, just taking that away from the terrorist without even giving him a duel made everybody's life on Na'Vi so much easier. Here's another example. And these are the kinds of kills that I think JL is starting to put forth here during Pro League, during the group stage, now in playoffs, starting to put himself in that kill feed. Make everyone else's lives easier.
There's no
but a
utility.
Mac 10, huh? That's all it takes to get the entry, to have simple blind back sight. He'll bring one with him. Oh, JL, it's a little wild, but that spray down mows down to Woxic. No play to make. It is indeed Na'Vi 1 step closer to the win.
Oh my, firm control of the garden hose there. JL almost lets it rip, but it will be 3 kills picked up and Woxic to survive with the AWP.
Yeah, well, Major had the bomb out, not the Tech 9. He thought that was entirely clear. If he has his Tech 9 out when he's running in and that wild garden hose spray, as you guys are calling it, he gets that trade kill. He gets that trade kill for sure, and then we're sitting in a 2-on-2 with bomb planted in the op in position in A main.
How did Wicardia win the 1v1 duel with a Mac 10 at like mid-range? In the hands of Woxic, he's currently on 8 kills, 12 deaths, so if he pops off this round, all will be forgiven as they try and avoid map points here. They have to be all in. Can't afford to go down 15-7.
This looks like a call out of spawn, right? B-split. Just execute and see what you can get coming through it. Unfortunately, on the other side of that smoke is Ema. Flashbang hits a teammate. They get slowed down, 1-for-1 trade. That ain't bad, but now Molotov is going to slow down the attack, although the bomb has already made its way in.
Yeah, and they've got the site control fully wrapped up. You've got an AWP sat back on long. JL tries that same smoke spam, nothing.
Look at all the utility, though, for Na'Vi in this retake. Like, they have all the tools in the world, including a shotgun.
Yeah, it's coming.
It's coming, baby.
Nothing you can do to stop it. Frag grenade to the platform. Alexi's going to take the spearhead of the retake. Still, your Temple player is smoked off, and that Desert Eagle looks ferocious. But Alexi survives the bit of damage. Op now revealed. Bomb plant in front. Woxic has his hands full. Can't get the diffuser off. The cover's there. The shot hits the wrong one. He gets JL in the front. Cracked him. This is finally a loss. A map loss against Wicardia, and he is still here towards the top with Major. Where is Woxic, Calyx, and Teres in comparison? You know, the kid has put forth his performance. And I can only hope that maybe map 2 will be EF's chance to bounce back.
Yeah, Magic top fragging is not good news, I'm afraid. It's great for him. It's lovely to watch an old boy doing it, but you want to see the young guns at the very top.
Or just like the core players, right? Like Zantares is such a creator for this team, and when he's at the top of his game, everything is going to get easier for the teammates around him, and just not having that production, I think, is so difficult to overcome. JL is going to be patient. Molotov coming out. Probably, ooh, I thought Major might step in front of that. Maybe not with the Mac 10. There's the swing. He's gone down. Zantares with his opening. Stepping up next is the shotgun. Simple closing the distance. Clothesline. And Major wants nothing to do with it.
Look at him run.
I know.
It's the AK as well they've lost, so this is an absolute nightmare. 4 versus 3. We might be done here already.
Woxic has timing. He could very well get that player shaved off the A site. Oh no, Simple.
Just goes for the shotgun again.
The bomb gets delivered to his feet, and just like that, we're done here, folks. Okay, it is indeed a Na'Vi 16-7 game. And right now, Alexi's trying to follow the CT that he knows just left, but now he's kind of freaking out. Where'd this guy get off to? Luckily finds the timing where Calix's head faces the other way. So an equalizing kill found from Alexi. Perfect chance to join up with his ramp players. And now they're going to transition into that comfortable B hit. It seems door swung.
Ooh.
Almost.
How is Zimmer not down? 7 HP. Magic can't find him. He is towards Decon right now as Na'Vi scramble towards the lower bomb side right now. Looking for a second, and he might be able to pull it off as well. Alexi B will strike first, though. And now they're in a lot of trouble. CT's rotating in from the ramp, and Maja, he needed that kill for this one to be possible. It's the perfect call, Matthew. Upper play, just when the CTs are convinced it's down towards lower.
The Alexi B masterclass continues, Henry. That's how I see it. You could feel in the movements from Eternal Fire, they were completely oblivious to what the end game of that round was. Probably they took first the bait of that vent dive that you were talking about. In fact, it was just a misdirection to attackers in that time, taking space towards outside. This is why Alexi B sneaks onto Calix under heaven, completely oblivious to that risk.
Yeah, and I think we might be done here. It is going to be Zantares left. One-on-one battle with JL, but for now, just hoping to save his Kevlar if possible. Hasn't been tagged yet and doing considerable damage towards the remaining Na'Vi players, but down he goes.
5 Galils, utilities all around them. An early ramp contact blocked off by smoke. And hey, get the damage while you can. Woxic lands his scout shot.
We'll take that tag all day long. There's
Gap
a
in
huge
smoke.
gap in the smokes, that's for sure.
They should have thrown the Henry Greers.
They should have done. It would have been much better for them. But trying to exploit the gap if possible. Not seeing anyone cross, that's information in itself. So CTs can use that. They've got a nice little setup towards ramp as well. One player boosted. You don't see it too often these days, actually, but if he's baited in correctly, it could be a game changer here. That's if they do go ramp.
The fact that Zantares could find all that information outside is key for Eternal Fire. They can afford to play 2-2-1 if they want to. They could even say 2-3 at that time. It's very unlikely to see a late round rotate towards outside. But they have very little utility. It's, oh, he's going to walk into it. Woxic sees an elbow, but immediately taken down by Bit.
Man, that hand on the smoke, ready for the shot, but missed chance. Still a player sits on top of Hut. Could get a little weird. No, not this time. Simple just snapping the Galil up. Poor Wicadia. Sit down, kid.
We get into round number 3. Nade to blow off the door. Molotov to patrol main, and Simple aware of the threat of the ramp push here. Very common maneuver when you're low on money. Maja flashed in, and Simple doesn't have to commit to this fight. He knows it as well.
Yeah, but he'll go for it. You know he will. And he wants the player who threw that flashbang as well. How dare you chuck utilities in his direction. Bit slides down from the rooftop. The Hut players could also make something interesting happen, but it looks like Simple keeps his head on a swivel swiftly, and Bit to just clean up what's left here. That looming threat of another pistol in one of these corners on a massive map that is now being taken over by Na'Vi. That outer wrap's going to go clear main. They've got this A play. Woxic has a chance to rack up some damage, you know, any parting gift perhaps, but Na'Vi 3-0, because we knew back on Anubis that as long as the individual levels that we had seen from Eternal Fire were there,
hang on,
they had a chance.
There's a chance for Zantares here to get a second kill at least. He does manage to find one, but that's all they get in the round.
Mouse is plugged in, and the mouse pad's not upside down.
And if it's not working, just rotate it 45 degrees.
And if it's still not working, just flip it over. Try the rubber side.
Be open to new experiences.
All right then, so it is going to be the outside smokes this time. No gap spotted, flashbangs deployed. It's Zantares who's trying to challenge towards the silo, but Na'Vi making great progress outside towards Secret. 4 players already en route to drop safely. Not taking much damage. It's Zimmer that catches a stray bullet through the smoke. But bear in mind, bonus round here, Galils. They're just going to be throwing the kitchen sink down towards lower.
Wicadia has no smoke to play behind. He put down his Molotov, now he's completely alone. Either he calls for a rotation or he plays info-based, but he accepts the possibility of giving up the B-bomb side. He's just going to play off info. You will probably see him run away as soon as he sees people, but who and where the help is going to come from, that's the question.
Right now it looks like only ramps the possibility. Calix very much inside of that A site, not on vent side. Wicadia going to go back, swings door shut behind him, tries to clamber up. He's got to be quick. Can't miss this moment of movement. And with the door open behind him, he drops his chance at killing Bit. Woxic's rotate indeed from ramp, the only other piece in place to hope and stop this, but nothing will prevent that bomb from going down. Alexi jumps into the scope, but even then, what is that, an invitation to retake?
They have no kits,
nah,
right? They have no
done.
utility. They've got one smoke between them, no kits. They might as well hold on. It's going to be 4-0, and they might even hold on to 4 rifles here. JL's on the prowl. What a shot that is. Bear in mind, they have no helmets. So, yes, Na'Vi had Khalils, but with no helmets available, the Khalils become even better than the AK, arguably.
And this is mainly a problem of timing. Because you might look at this round from the side of Eternal Fire and say they didn't really make a mistake. The issue is how quickly Na'Vi made it down secret. If Wikadia puts down his Molotov with 57, 59 seconds to spare, that's way too much room to...
In form of M4s and a single FAMAS as well. We get into round number 5 here. JL with the lurk smoke towards Squeaky. Outside smokes deployed once again. Removing that vision for Woxic. But he has now got a whole different problem ahead of him. Simple with that first frag on Xantares, looking for a double kill. That is unbelievable that he hits that shot with such precision as well. Woxic with the AWP gets nothing done.
Bro, Woxic hits him with that op, and Simple survives like it's nothing. One bullet out of the barrel, pops his head like a melon. And now let's just hope, for Navi's sake, that Simple's efforts aren't in vain. Looking to convert this. It's a little stringy suddenly. That ramp play, of course, still the possibility for Eternal Fire. How much risk do you want to take pushing up into Trophy? And where have Na'Vi gotten off to? Everything belongs to it. Wikadia, you have no reason to feel comfortable at all. Every potential entrance to this bomb site could be your death.
Yeah, you can see it's very uncomfortable, overworked in the position. There's still a minute to work with here as well. Having to patrol Squeaky. Main entrance heaven.
Dude, there's nothing worse than that feeling. He's spinning in circles. Oh,
I'd rather see Calyx join Wikadia here. And if you're on the wrong bomb side, then so be it. You save the 2 rifles that you have. Like, what scenario are you making up in your mind where you can actually both handle a single bomb side? Sure, miracles can happen, and this is probably why we have some nice frag movies in Counter-Strike.
Yeah.
But I would like them to hedge their best. Like, maybe play just together on a bomb side. Wikadia is going to have to go frag movie right there.
Oh.
And he doesn't.
Yeah, as you can see, he's having to jiggle peek every single angle, every crevice of the bomb site, and then on the final jiggle, they're already through main. Boxing on the AWP with a helmet as well. They have no kits once again, and JL might be using the squeaky door this time. Smoked off. A lot of a spam. Doesn't take too much damage. Same story for Imma, who will continue to push towards outside.
Bit cautious of the potential close red play, but no, not the case. It's just that 20 seconds of posturing going down with Xantares playing completely in the dark. Emat creeping back behind main first and foremost. What do we have? And again, it's the Hut player holding from above the door. Simple's already pieced together an opening kill from this exact push. Major in the back of the site throws the grenade. That trajectory right there gives Simple a bit of information, and you see him post up on the angle. It's perfect. That smoke being thrown from Major gives Simple the knowledge to lock in on that exact spot. Then the rest of the team comes swinging, and this one, yet again, a blunder.
What a blunder it is, then, Matt.
It's ahead of the wall smoke, and are we going to see Na'Vi being one step ahead of that and maybe playing a different side of the map? We're going to have to see. Probably not this round,
I'll tell you when.
On the weaponry.
I'll tell you when.
I think it's going to happen.
Yeah, too late, Mathieu. That's when it's going to happen.
Got me on
this
that
is
one.
already a good half for Na'Vi, to be fair, right?
It's
Even if they lost
brother.
every other round at this point, in round number 7, they'd be fine with this half. They can still win it, and Woxic will have to go above and
Chance.
beyond. Yeah,
at least like the characters there, you know, the ambition of getting up in their faces with the AWP. And the 5-7 tries.
The 5-7's also there.
You know,
yeah.
Calyx has to flank. He's got to, they got to throw something at this because Na'Vi are just so much sharper at the moment, right? If Woxic gets that first, second frag, it was right there for the taking. The makings of something were there.
We haven't seen any of those sort of sequences from Woxic this tournament.
No.
He's been almost neutered as an AWP player. He used to be super clutch, super aggressive, known for his iconic plays. I don't think we've seen a single one of those sort of performances. Like, he's not had the worst tournament, but it's just been very defensive, very passive. I think working with Maja, they don't want the aggression from him. They just want the Counter-Strike basics, textbook orbing, and sure, he'll have a couple of shots here and there, but I don't think it really suits his playstyle. A glimmer of it there, the up-close and personal approach. Happy to see if Xantares can survive, and unfortunately didn't work out for Wox. He gets
smelling blood in the water.
Yeah.
And when they realize that their opponents are on the back foot, and when they realize there's weakness, they just press on it. This could be a play that sort of surprises Na'Vi. I don't think systematically and logically you would assume an AWP is ramp, but my problem is no smoke early. And no smoke early, Henry, when you go up against a full gun round, you play and face it, you call the risk.
Yes, exactly. The fact that you haven't called for the smoke at the very start suggests that something's afoot one flashbang could deal with Woxic here. There are a few powerful ones from the trophy room you can deploy. And it looks like they're actually heading towards the ramp. I'm sure Alexi B has got said flash up his sleeve. They're going to be dropping the lurk smoke towards Squeaky just to keep them on their toes as well. So Woxic will be tested here eventually. Now bear in mind that flash I just mentioned, that's the one that's going to get him.
There we
Flashed,
go.
and he hits the shot, but he's been dissuaded.
He
It's
stays.
enough to push him off the line.
That grenade's excellent. Softens bit up even more so clean up from Major. Woxic, you want a little more, huh?
Right, why not?
Alexi B's been able to cross. Simple's awaiting that hell peek, knowing a player was back there. Alexi's going to maybe peek into it, looking for a duel. But that ambition is his end. And a 5v3 comes from it. The best chance Eternal Fire could have hoped for to try and get this first nuke round win. Let's see if anybody can rip it from their hands. Simple has gotten a chance to get closer, creating that ambiguity as to whether they go down to B or whether Hell is compromised, and they're getting these players flustered. Ime has that Molotov back A site. They do chuck Util back onto the T's as well, the main player. Big moment for Xantares to come through. It's a 1v4 from Simple, and if there was more than 10 seconds, maybe.
I was surprised by how moderate the rhythm of that attack was. I thought once they heard the AWP shoot, they would immediately press charge. And in fact, Jer had time to be here. He was under heaven when that was needed. He got the kill very easily, stopped the attack. I thought he would be out of time.
Fair enough. Well, we've got Woxic at ramp room once again, an old classic maneuver of his, holding deeper in the trophy room. Xantares will change his position as well, this time in towards Secret. There's the push from Trophy, not bad. Xantares could be on for the second as well here. Timing might elude him. Oh my goodness, he gets away with it. Him spots him. It's information the one player is already down towards Secret. Woxic's rotated from ramp, and now getting some world-class form. We're seeing the shots starting to connect. There's the third. This is more like it from Woxic.
There's that fire. That ramp peak, the follow-ups, the outer play, and nearly the ace.
Here we go.
It's just 12 health left on Ime, and that op's coming for him. Woxic changes guns. Don't.
If they lose this now,
it's
no, everybody relax. Everybody relax, bro.
Need him firing on all cylinders here to stand a chance. As mentioned, Na'Vi have already posted a pretty decent half on the T side of Nuke. It's serviceable. They could end it right here and probably still win the game. We'll see how many more they can post. As here's the aggression once again. Now he's starting to feel himself in towards the hub, looking for the opening frag once again. This is some vintage Woxic. No one going to be there for the initial encounter, but he's got a very strong position here now.
This would be the kill that changes it all. Eternal Fire have no other opportunity to be aggressive whatsoever. With Kedia holding lower, Kylix is holding ramp with the AK-47, and Woxic has that tight line. And I don't believe the CTs aren't going to make any move until Woxic finds either a step or a kill or more.
Yeah, it's all kind of banking on this Woxic pick, and he's actually found the opener. What a scalp to take as well. Simple, removing the equation early here. 5 versus 4. Time is of the essence. 40 seconds remaining. There's a second kill as well. Eternal Fire starting to piece this nuke together. Him is down towards lower, and JO will try and join him. It actually got down the vents. Like I said, Alexi B special. That meets Wakadia, who needed those frags there. Confirms the round, gets the bomb in his control, and it's just one player remaining here for Na'Vi. Great shot, but surely nothing more he can do.
Beautiful. I mean, look at the way Na'Vi start to get their play activated, and it all just hinges on, as we kind of set up, that Woxic first entry. Woxic gets a kill. Everything.
Always net them the entry frag.
And this is his best performance yet in the tournament, honestly. Like, sure, they're 7-3 down, but in terms of the impact he's had, a quad kill, opening pick, so we haven't said that at all throughout this tournament for him, even though Eternal Fire have been very good.
Oh, JL got down vent. 3 players crossed over with bomb behind smokes, and JL dove
It's an Alexi B special. All of his teams have done this. They sneak a player down vents, operate down towards lower, and here's the big man himself, finds the second kill of the round on this half buy.
Dude, and of course, right, with that kill downstairs, the whole entire CT steam starts scrambling. You catch a kill in main, that vent rotate back to A is open. Now Eternal Fire are panicking in 2 directions. Now Wacadia's left, back sight, desperate. Woxic trying to regain control of this. We get that pistol push, back sight. Wacadia's going to get overwhelmed by simply just the sidearms, and it's the ramp play that's all that remains. And as he tries to seek out that bomb plant, it is JL from a pistol kill inside of the vent.
Situation. No time to know what the hell is going on. They fall off like dominoes, and just like that round 8, that hurts very much when they were starting to mount that comeback, starting to find a little bit of wind in their sails. It's been completely ripped from them.
Well, desperate times call for desperate measures. Gotta be facing an outside attack once again. Xantares trying to find one for the smoke, and he finds a prime target as well. The bomb carrier, Alexi B, taken down early. 3 players will still make it towards Secret. They'll have to continue their campaign down towards lower. As JL patrolling the vents. He has no vision currently.
And no one lower.
No one actually lower.
No
Dead
defense.
on. No CTs whatsoever down on the lower bomb site at all. They'll have to come in from ramp at this stage. You can see Na'Vi going through the motions, just confirming that these initial choke points are clear. Now Calyx is rotating in, but bear in mind, boys, he's just got the Desert Eagle here.
Good luck, buddy.
Oh, as soon as they open Decon, he's dead as well.
Timing. Ooh, okay, at least he gets past the windows. Single door swung open, smoke ahead of it, chance, and damage dealt. Calyx falls down, won't be able to manage that one, and Woxic's angle nullified by the smoke that comes out. We do have man advantage for the CTs. Make it a double. Woxic's connected yet again, but Emet catching the back of those players pushing towards Decon. Unfortunately for Simple, he's flushed out. He is forced out of this position. He is so compromised, but he has found the slimmest position to hold on to, and the coverage is fantastic. Woxic has opened up rounds, but can he close one? Oh, missed shot.
But you don't teach it at school. It's intuition. That's what intuition and instinct is like. Understanding where the lines are, where the safe spots are, where should I be in that clutch to make sure that I get to fire a couple of bullets before I get found. Just always evading the line of sight, being always pesky. This was beautiful. And now Eternal Fire backs against the wall. You could argue finding Alexi B should have been a tell for them. It should have been a tell that very rarely is he alone in these smokes. Someone should have been with him, but they trying to call the bluff. They didn't send the rotation, and now they allow Na'Vi on a royal track to 10 on the T side of Nuke.
Yeah, this is looking very promising once again. 3 players remain on the Turkish side. Xantares, they know his position of towards up. He's already found a single frag, but his teammates dropping like flies at this point. He might be able to get a second, but that would be at the very top end. It's unlikely. There it is. We traded out very quickly, and Calyx, once again, pretty far removed from the situation. He's in towards the trophy room, now lobby, but MP9 in hand, bomb to be planted. There's just nothing to be done apart from save the AK-47, I'm afraid. He knows it.
Yeah, the saved AK doesn't quite have that glow when it's 10-3, does it?
No. Round 11 and 12 really were hard to swallow for Eternal Fire. You'd feel like the 3 rounds they had built off the back of Woxic's aggression kind of gave them maybe not a new life. I wouldn't be so exaggerating, but it gave them some steam, some momentum. You felt like they were suddenly being a bit more proactive, and then hard to come back into it.
Those rounds they were a very quick reminder that the individual levels can fight back. But now we're watching them just crumble to the rotates, to the plays, to the fakes.
And once again, the best they can hope for is 10-5. Same scoreline we saw on the first map. If they pull that off, great. It's a half. It's something they can maybe do something with like a pistol victory.
It's 15.
Yeah.
And it's looking pretty good for at least the 4th. We've got a couple of trades here towards up. 4 versus 2 now. Flames engulfing the bomb site, but just Simple and Imma remain. Need to try and scoop up the bomb if possible. There were plenty of time to do so, but surely there's nothing left to be done. Woxic with a prime position to find the penultimate frag here.
It's a bit of a classic. You know how it goes. You're leading 10-3 T-side Nuke. You try to rush through some Molotovs, looking for a different version of your offense. Emet down 1v3, connects the first headshot, second, and is given a chance at that.
Weak buy as Alexi B will nade off that door. Woxic outside this time.
He'll connect, and again, the pace is just getting crazy, right? We're gloves off Counter-Strike right now. We're rushing at everything. We're flying through Molotovs. I feel like both teams have come to an understanding. This half is done, and it finishes with that.
Say, Na'Vi, they're looking good to keep that track record going right now.
Well, that's certainly a fair statement as towards the ramp room we are heading. At least we were. Eternal Fire thinking better of it and going to adjust their setup towards upper. Imma's got a nasty surprise that the dual elites dealt with by Wakadia. The upper bomb side wide open here. JL hot on their heels, but the bomb will be planted. This is looking good for the Turks.
Ooh, a pistol round would make things a little more interesting. At least give us some more Eternal Fire to enjoy before the road maybe comes to an end. Clean as you could ask. 4 frags out of Eternal Fire, nothing on the response. spots. Damn your dual Berettas.
Yeah, right.
Get him out.
Not a single frag found until Simple arrived, of course. He finds one in the back of ahead of Major. And now, at this point, it's just a matter of time. Xantide, very fast pacing here from Eternal Fire. They need to be careful with Simple waiting for them on the other side, but good wall of smokes on the fly. And they might be able to safely cross.
Seems so, but they decide themselves to stick around as it's smoked out. Got to be careful. Xantares kind of takes up the responsibility, but Woxic tries to cross, no smoke.
Bloody hell.
It's a head pop.
I didn't think they had a chance of finding a frag.
Oh, if they come back, you know Simple's going to nail another.
Dude, I'm so nervous. I've seen Simple flat out violate people with this scout, and I'm scared he might have one of those rounds.
It's the speed he's moving around that makes me nervous. You know, that flow state Simple.
Oh, no.
Horrifying pistol push.
There
Mac
it is.
10 clears the board of 3. So
it done.
Major gets back that lobby control. Because you could feel, I think, the fear of Eternal Fire. You had 2 guys secret, completely stalled. You had 2 guys sat back elsewhere, hiding. But the CTs came to them. Feels like Na'Vi wanted a crunch. They got one.
Yeah, Magic can't believe his luck. 3 backs turned in towards the lobby. Mops up a hat trick. And they've got the man advantage after losing those first 2 frags. Not out of the woods just yet, but it's looking a lot clearer. As Simple will be the last player remaining here for Na'Vi. And this is going to give them a couple of rounds, bear in mind. This is the force buy. As we'll see round 3 come through with a full eco for Natus Vincere. Finding the CZ and bomb will be planted. So not really much to do.
And so now we have a nade stack for Na'Vi. Couple of nades purchased up in this round. Gonna lob them in early, but it misses at the hut. Still, JL picks up the opener. Oh
No,
God,
no.
Xantares!
How is he
does
still
he
alive?
win that? He hits him with a turn, a wiggle, a jiggle. Now Simple's AK's entered the fray. Tries his hand at the spam, but nothing found. Na'Vi still sit up in the 4-on-3 here, and that AK is still very much in the picture. Getting itself situated up on top of the hut. There's that other rifle dropped. No one's retrieved it. Instead, aggroing into the lobby. Bit is fed to Eternal Fire.
Okay, this is starting to stabilize now. As they head down towards lower. It should have been a 5-on-2, honestly. I don't know how JL doesn't get that second kill on towards Xantares. It looked like a done deal. But the smoke's been deployed. Astralis plan to come through in towards lower. Alexi B trying to deny it. Decent effort there. Can't quite connect. And that should be enough here. Simple needs to consider, is it worth going for this one? Do you want to hold on to the AK-47 going forward? They've got about a 15-second window here to try and make it work. That grenade might dissuade them, though. Max damage to Alexi B. Now Simple will have to find 3 more kills. There's the first. Well, and a second, but not the one he wanted, I'm afraid.
Oh, he still has
a 1 versus 1 here. There would have been time to defuse.
Like a colony of a million ants. Na'Vi just came flying at that top hut.
Exactly like that.
Swarmed in. AK looking to feast, but Simple had no chance.
Well, it's a nice opening grenade, courtesy of Alexi B. Throws it in the back pocket as Xantares nullifies his efforts towards outside, to be honest with you. And bear in mind, Eternal Fire on a knife's edge. That last round, sure, they won it, but it was very expensive. They have the AKs across the board here, but if they get this round up convincingly with no bomb plant, they're in a world of trouble. But so far, so good in this second half. They've got the 3-0 conversion. And looking for that first gun round now. Towards the ramp we go. It's a very classic position here for Bits. Just going to play for a bit of intel, go for one. He'd drop off usually, but Maja is the player that beats him to the punch and finds yet another opening frag.
Curious what kind of flurry we get behind this. You know, Eternal Fire, I think, in these last couple rounds haven't been too quick to overplay. Even just sitting back in lobby, waiting for that squeaky push to come their way before they went down ramp, before they took over B. The same thing here. But Alexi B has a moment. A chance. As they are about to step right in front of him, and he has the support from Door. So if they tried to wide swing, well, there should be a helping set of hands. But JL seemingly doesn't get the trade frag, and Alexi dies. It's still the 3v3 because of Simple, but a beauty of a headshot from Wicadia, who has had struggles. Started this round 7-14. Simple up top, and Ime makes his play, slides out, simultaneous kills from both.
In spite of losing that opening fight over towards ramp. So maybe a return to form here for Na'Vi, who
Risky
have gone
business.
a little quiet in the second. Yeah, this force back in for Eternal Fire. They're trying to punish. They have extra money because of that bomb plant, and with only 2 players surviving, they're going to try and take control of the money game.
Yeah, this round might decide more than just the scoreline here. It could be the series, because Eternal Fire will have nothing to work with going forward. They'll be 12-8 down, presumably 13 after that as well. It's a decent execution towards upper. The MP9 only good for 1 here. Some access towards the upper bomb side, but Simple trying to shut them down. He's overmanaged though.
Yikes.
Overworked in the position, and now it's a bit of a scramble, but 3 players are towards upper. With working in tandem, and they've got the advantage here.
There we have it.
Up against them here in round number 21, just an array of pistols, a couple of Deagles, some 5.7s, and fast pace towards Secret. Alexi B can do nothing about it, apart from call for the rotations here. Bit of open runway for Eternal Fire. It's Simple. He's already down towards lower. Molotov just to keep him interested as they peel off Secret.
Fast outer control, no problem, no threat. Alexi B's position. Oh, he gets there. But there's already a player out from back garage. I don't think Bit saw it. They're coming closer, looking to maybe control that gun. Come on, EF. After that last round, you can't afford to let this slip. I like that Wicadia is taking the helm and doing all of this slowly.
Oh God.
No.
Oh,
The ramp push. Okay, Major has a chance to take it back. And I feel like Major's been important in these kinds of rounds that start to slip away. He is the guy that just picks up that slack. MAC-10 long range bests the pistol. Luckily, just the pistol. Who's up next?
Yeah, it's the MAC-10 saving the day once again. A 3-on-3, but obviously heavily favors Eternal Fire. Maybe not for long, though. That's a disaster. Woxig, what are you up to? Doesn't consider main entrance to be a possibility. Just walks blindly into the 5-7, gives up the AWP, and now this could get problematic.
Calyx kind of has to just drop the bomb in and play the post plant from heaven. That's really their best bet here in the 2-on-3. Calyx needs to cover, and that's one way to cover. Ema tapped out. Calyx up in the heavens now, waits for this backstab, and Simple, as he looks for the heaven player, not being given anything. He won't get this fight. Not yet, anyhow. Just looks for him. Tap on a Calyx connects, but it's not the killing blow, and it desperately needed to be for Simple. With that not coming through, Na'Vi, I don't think they can even justify giving this one a look in. The nade will find Calyx, but surely there's not time. Simple dropping in, and he can't get the round. All the kills, but none of the glory for Na'Vi.
Well, they at least made it very expensive, but it will be Eternal Fire converting in.
It's grit and determination keeping them in it. And with an uptick of individual level across the board. It was Woxic in that first half to give us a couple.
Yeah, you know, I think you can kind of feel the mindset switch, and Eternal Fire are getting really loud and animated as well. It felt like before, you know, they were kind of going through the stages of grief in real time. It was like they were coming to terms with the idea of like, damn, this has been a great tournament, but it's actually all over. And so that's what we kind of saw them like coming to grips with for a while there. But now everyone seems like they're believing, no, this can keep going. There is still more for Eternal Fire to offer here. But in the back of Garage, he's got his work cut out for him in this round. There is a mass of Eternal Fire players out in the yard, but Alexi and Bit will stand tall, and between the two of them, they've now got the bomb away from Eternal Fire, and they've delivered a 5v2 to Na'Vi.
Now bear in mind as well, this should be a pretty much guaranteed round, unless Magic keeps delivering shots like that. He is looking incredible today. 16 kills here on Nuke. He's been the driving force behind the success as well, calling all the maneuvers, all the strategies, and finding some of the most impactful kills as well. Bomb still down, Woxic in an interesting position there, hoping a CT will let themselves know from the garage, but they will be saving by the looks of things here, and they have to save because they are bottom of the barrel in terms of loss bonus. They'll get $1,400 per player going forward. Woxic and Maja saving will get nothing. Maja could drop a MAC-10.
Working through the yard smokes. And it's when that comes through that Eternal Fire get kind of lost in the source. Fast cross, back to the yard, Bit back in Garage again. Where have we seen this one? Alexi spamming more smokes now, but this time no kills found. Eternal Fire make it down.
Wow, can they get any further though, Harry? That's a very potent smoke that's been deployed there, down towards lower. They had 4 players down there, ready to charge through, but thinking better of it. And I think that's a correct decision. A difficult one to make. You've got all that territory under your remit now, but bear in mind, once again, this is the sort of round that decides it all. You only get $1,900 going forward. You let this one slip by with everyone going down. It's 13-10, presumably 14. You just won't have enough time to work with here. So what's the next call? They have no real utility. What? A single smoke and a flash. This comes down to brute force. Pixel perfect precision required here from the likes of Woxic and Zantares.
Such a good setup as well for Na'Vi, right? Indicative of a good nuke team. They wasted no time to get down here. Smoke grenade at the perfect moment, and just a comfortable, relaxed angle from both Ime and Alexi. Now, Alexi doesn't finish his kill. The vent control has been lost, but A-Site is just entirely in the dark for Eternal Fire, so they're thinking a B-split. In the dying seconds of this series, of this event, of this run, what are you going to do? Because
they just smoked off Decon, right? So what's your next maneuver? How do you even get out of the Decon door? You go back up the vents. It's going to be the bomb on the back of Calyx. Woxic might just go and present something elsewhere with the low HP and just suggest they're going out to another location, but 10 seconds remain. They've got to go for a deep breath. It all comes down to this.
Simple's op up, 10 seconds. Wicadia gets out. He crosses over to the deep plant. Cover has to be fantastic. Ema swings, stops the plant, and stops the hope of Eternal Fire. Time decides. You said, how would they get it going? Drenched in...
Alex, with it all on the line here. They've gone for the force bite. They've got a saved AWP for Woxic. That's one thing they were going for them. He managed to survive the previous round somehow. A boost as well. You just wouldn't anticipate this with the pistol. It's a beautiful call. What a time to deploy it as well. And yeah, I have no idea how you make the Nova work. I would have gone for the MAC-10 myself, but each to their own.
And with the way Calyx is just kind of looking around at his teammates, I feel like he doesn't know how to make this one work. The fact he has no skin on it doesn't give me any confidence.
Yeah, good point.
He has somehow fallen into this situation. What'll he make of it? Simple's close enough to have his head torn off.
Like I said, though, this sort of boost, yeah, it's commonly checked, but when you've got pistols and so much to worry about, you might not consider it. That's exactly what's happening right here. 3 kills. Will be traded out eventually, but the damage has been done. This is possible to recover, but bear in mind, Wicadia with no Kevlar, and now just Woxic in a 3 versus 1. Hasn't had any sensational clutches this tournament. Is this the start?
Better late than never. Connects it and picks up bombs. Smoke still for the double doors as well. Oh, the spam, though. Take it away from him. He's barely standing. That smoke can't be trusted. He is just in the most uncomfortable spot ever. But I love that Na'Vi don't just rush this. They don't overplay it.
They've done a lot of damage. They've denied the plant. And now it's Woxic to make the next move. They don't really have to do anything here on the CT side. Denying access towards the double doors, containing him. He'll go for a plant, which he'll get down, to be fair to him. And this is going to take something magnificent at this stage. He's got the potential to do so, but now missing that first shot might be in a lot of trouble here. That was the money shot right there.
Yep.
It doesn't happen, doesn't work out, but at least gets the plant down. Not all is lost. Fire backs to the wall to say the very least here. A couple of AKs, Woxic and Xantares to operate with them. A Galil for Wicadia, and Magia trying to do some initial damage here if possible towards the huts. Actually does considerable damage towards Imma, so that's a good start. That's the best he could hope for.
Trying to maximize all they can with each of these utilities. It's been a while since we haven't seen any kind of outer pressure coming out of Eternal Fire. For better or for worse, they had a consistency in that wall of smokes and either taking secret or leaving it open.
So looking for a bit of trophy control here are Na'Vi. Feeling those outside smokes being deployed. This is their rebuttal. Got to claim territory in towards lobby here. So Simple will cover the push. Bits investigates.
Xantares on it, cleared.
Done that.
So clean.
What?
So incredibly clean. Peeks in, instant headshot.
Yeah, and they peel off as well.
Dude, you've got to give Alexi credit here for Na'Vi, right? This push from Simple and Bit is great, and it's a perfect time to do it. You know that at this scoreline, Eternal Fire probably aren't going to throw some mega fast play at you. They don't really have the util to double pump and exec, and so they likely, under the pressure, under the weight of this situation, we're going to come at you with a slow, defaulty round while they talk through the game plan, while they figure out what's happening here. And that has been completely uprooted. Na'Vi have tried to stop Eternal Fire playing this on their own terms. And double set up at the vent. This bait and switch again pulled out. And Na'Vi find 5th.
Bit just destroying Xantares in a head-to-head duel where he's holding the angle he peeks from. But alas, Eternal Fire just kind of losing any momentum in that moment.
Bear in mind, the winner of this series goes on to play Monty on Saturday as well. Bit of a grudge match there for Simple especially. Looking forward to that, if it comes through, of course. 5 rounds still available. Eternal Fire will need all of them to take us to overtime here. 2 MAC-10s, 3 Galils, and a Hope. As we see them going towards the ramp room here. It's Simple with a missed shot, but they're just allowing ramp room to be given over. It's not a problem.
Yeah, they won't lose hell. That's mollied off. Simple Happy to go back, peeking in, looking for his impact as Alexi racks up another one. So 3v5 from Eternal Fire, or this streak of 2-0s in Pro League Season 18 will indeed come to an end. The best Turkish run that we have seen in years.
What a run it was.
And in such convincing fashion. To dismantle an Astralis that just came off of a top 4 in Cologne, to destroy Big, another team that's looking better than ever. This was the real deal from Eternal Fire, and it gives us hope knowing that a guy like Wicadia may be injecting a little life into the Turkish scene. But life is what Na'Vi have brought to the table tonight, and they will queue up